A lot is going on in this video. Last night we performed live. We pointed out the results of the Ripple VCC appeal, a topic that has many people in a nation of panic and confusion. We'll communicate approximately it. Without similarly ado, allow us to get began. Stay calm and relaxed as we dive into Bitcoin at $61,900, up 5%. It is authentic that XRP is down more than 11% and that the whole market capitalization of cryptocurrency is now $2 trillion or $1,301 billion. In a few minutes, we will cope with the lawsuit, the attraction, what it approaches and doesn't suggest, and why holders of XRP need to now not be involved. At this time, USDT and USDC are also coming near their dollar pegs. They're selling like loopy. And without an alternate card seemed, I determined that XRP is greater high price than it was first of all. Or was June the one who filed the appeal? Who are we? Panicking about the things that make us uneasy. We're more concerned about ourselves than we're approximately different humans. We are presently sitting with extended disappointment. That is nothing. During the summertime, specifically the dog days of summertime, XRP skilled a decline of over 20% within the final 90 days in June. Let me give an explanation for Ripple versus the SEC to you, Burger. Ripple defeated the SEC 4-0 and consented to reimburse the business enterprise for the excellent. If the SEC makes a decision to continue with the attraction, I estimate the amount to be about 125 million without any precision. However, this enchantment could be rejected. It is debatable why the enchantment is pending, because Ripple remains 4-0 and has no bearing on something. The loss of splendor stems from the fact that XRP does not qualify as a recorded safety within the books, leaving the most important factor unaccounted for. For us XRP traders, it is undeniable that XRP isn't a protection. As of right now, Bloomberg has posted an editorial declaring that the SEC is attractive the great because they want extra money. Therefore, if this appeal keeps as we count on, it will preserve till at the least 2025. In the meantime, Ripple stays 4-0 for the imminent year. As I noted in the Day Gone By's live movement, you seem in court docket. The courtroom finds you guilty of robbery and sentences you to jail however you lose the case. Whether you file an enchantment and begin a new case or contest the current one because you don't assume the evidence became sufficient or the choice changed into incorrect, you're still at a loss. You stay incarcerated, you may assume that not anything changes when the bank robber appeals his conviction and receives a second hazard. However, the choice is final until the attraction is heard and the result will determine his destiny. Either he's found responsible or not, or he may additionally acquire a lighter sentence. In the intervening time, the attraction remains pending, and if it reaches the Supreme Court, a possibility given the SEC's unlikely victory, it can probably drag out till 2028, just in time for any other bull run. There is going to be some other Bitcoin occasion. That's why I keep emphasizing that this occasion isn't always to be taken lightly. Meanwhile, some fantastic information has emerged regarding Bitwise submitting of the ETF. Canary then filed every other ETF resulting in XRP ETFs, and none of those ETFs are laid low with the continuing felony dispute. Why is that? It's easy. You can own an ETF if an asset isn't always a protection. Did you witness Canary's arrival? Did you notice that Bitwise withdrew the ETF? Bitwise did no longer put off their ETF and could no longer accomplish that either. This is the decision. This is the report. The DC authorities filed an observe of enchantment of Judge Torah's choice. However, what is notable approximately that is that, as Elena Tur pointed out, we have no idea what the CC is or what they may be attractive. Appealing not yet. According to Bloomberg, they're attractive and soliciting for greater investment. This is probably a coins grab. We're going to find out more info these days. However, possibly they need to try to squeeze a few extra greenbacks out of Ripple. We clearly are, but it makes no difference in the interim, and it may not matter for the subsequent years, both as the lawsuit or the attraction progresses. It has no effect on XRP's price. It does no longer have an effect on XRP or boron. The dismissal of the preliminary lawsuit had an effect on XRP's situation, although it would not affect it today. We needed to watch for the decision to see whether it was a protection or not. The choice is very last and cannot be puzzled at this time. Instead, in the second video, we'll discuss Jeremy Hogan's remarks because he essentially speaks for every person. Jeremy Hogan advocates for each person to take drastic measures. This is Stuart Alderer, who says that at the same time as the SEC's decision to report an enchantment is unlucky, it is now not stunning. As we have seen, the SEC's decision to record an attraction is not unexpected. As it stands, this is precisely what befell when Clayton and he decided to abandon the lawsuit in 2020. They left the constructing, and the person who dropped the lawsuit also left. There could be elections in November that allows you to probably take area within the subsequent 6 to 7 weeks. Do you consider the SEC will maintain to hire Gary Gensler and his group of workers even if a brand new administration emerges? Are you considering the possibility that Gensler and his group will surrender or leave and that a new management will take over and claim sufficient is enough? We're carried out because the SEC desires to start on a high-quality observe now that this lawsuit is over. It might be beneficial for them if a new administrator definitely informed them that the case had concluded. We controlled to escape without incident. Extrap isn't a security right here, which makes us glad. And we are K. If Gensler and the SEC were reasonable, they would have taken movement. The SEC's integrity and recognition were harmed rather than defensive traders due to this situation from a long term ago, and for a few purpose, they nonetheless have not discovered the lesson they lost on the entirety. That topics to you from Brad. They have failed on all great fronts, and the biggest issue to Ripple's sustainability inside the US is the classification of XRP as a protection. It states that the legal gadget and the cryptocurrency sector have already triumphed as a protection, while we preserve to fight in courtroom for as long as essential. Let's be patient. The cutting-edge criminal framework keeps clear XRP fame as a non-security, even inside the face of a silly and vexing appeal. The most sizable point is that the SEC made it clean they had no goal of contesting the popularity of XRP as a non-protection, regardless of their unsuccessful try to document an ancillary attraction. The CC said that they're not disputing XRP reputation. And problem at hand, what does that imply? This indicates that principal banks' characteristic is remittance groups. Let's believe that the Federal Reserve is imposing blockchain technology, digital ledger technology, and the XRP ledger for any enterprise inside the US that wants to put it to use. They additionally want to feature a bonus we are permitted using Ripple stablecoins. It's now not a dire situation to be worried approximately XRP. But even if Bitcoin attempts to close the CME gap via Ultimate within the $52.20000 variety, I don't see us falling below that stage. However, many individuals on Twitter want to stir up hypothesis that XRP is headed in the direction of zero. Now that we are maintaining a good degree, we notice a slight decline overdue ultimate night when human beings in different nations or on the opposite side of the globe went to sleep. I need to tell each person to awaken and simply unwind. If this is too much for you, take a breath. Go now and return in a month while the markets are beginning to upward push and Bitcoin is achieving new heights.